change.
We have both dealt with a lot of changes in our lives. Some we chose, some we didn't. How do you know when it's time to make a change? What do you do when change occurs that is nothing you would have planned?
I am a random mom in the Midwest. This is my husband, Dr. Ryan Russell. It's very interesting that you're talking about change right now. We flipped our desk, so now you can see the whole Star Wars poster. So we did a lot of changes this week already.
Yes, and if you don't know what's so important about that poster, go check out our May 4th episode, Star Wars
Oh, it
Day.
was May the 4th? How
Yeah,
funny. How apropos.
I mean, it going along with this change, Angela, we said that I know that you have gone through a lot of change. Angela's gone through a lot of change. Can you tell us about some of the change that you've dealt with in your life?
Change happens in life. It's like the only thing that's guaranteed in life is things are going to change. Now, I have lived in the same county my entire life, in the same like 5 mile radius. And so did you until you moved here.
Yeah, the same exact house my whole life.
But I always thought I'd live somewhere else far away, but there is no place like home. I'm a Kansas City girl at heart and always will be. But one of the biggest changes we had is when, and you had the same one, is when Xavier was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. And it's one of those things I would never have planned, but it's just something that we have to deal with and we do every day. You had the same situation when you were a little boy.
Perspective.
Well, it was really rough getting a diagnosis about your kid, and I was kind of in a fog for 2 years, like literally sad. I don't remember a lot of the next 2 years. It was doctors and what's going to happen next, and what does his future look like, and all of that. So I couldn't tell you what happened. But the funny thing is, and I just realized this yesterday when we were getting ready to talk about this, was once I kind of came out of that and was like, okay, we're going to live our life and deal with it. That's when I lost 40 pounds. That's when I made the conscious effort to take care of me so I could take care of him. And I always thought this was like a coincidence, but maybe once I snapped out of my grief, which I mean, we always grieve, but there's a period of grief. And when you stop grieving, then you can handle business.
Yeah, and that grieving process is very important.
What change have you dealt with?
Well, you mentioned you know the changes apparent with Xavier being diagnosed with Duchenne.
Hmm.
I was diagnosed when I was like barely 5 years old, so I don't really remember it. I just know what my parents have told me about it. But for me, the big change was when I started using a wheelchair for the first time. And the first day, my grandpa died on my ninth birthday. School started on my 10th birthday and never started on my birthday. It's the first day I'd ever used a wheelchair.
A new wheelchair and a new back to school supplies. Give me a wheelchair.
Yeah, and the very first day I was going and somebody was pushing me. Somebody decided it'd be funny to put my brakes on, and I got dumped out of the chair. And then everybody said, "Oh, I saw him. He put the brakes on. He did." Like,
Kids are rotten. I don't know what's wrong with them. Xavier did one semester in school in a power chair, and it was his freshman year. He did one semester, and then I realized, you know what? He's not learning anything. He was dealing with social anxiety, so I pulled him out. We're just going to learn at home. And he's a brilliant kid. He's always reading, so that's what we did. I have no problem with homeschool.
yeah, I wish I had thought of that. Like, every day in fourth grade was torture. I was in detention constantly. I would start like attacking people before they attacked. I realized I became a bully. I'll talk more about this in the future.
You were a bully?
I was often the ones that get bullied become a bully because they're like, I'm going to strike them before they get me.
Or they're getting bullied at home by
Yeah,
some jerks. But
and
anyway,
then the other changes I went through, like graduating high school, I'm like, well, I have no idea what to do with myself now. But the huge change came from 2021 when my parents passed away. As somebody with Duchenne, or a major disability, my parents did a lot for me. They had gotten old and weren't my main caregivers, but I mean, they were my parents, and that was when I saw what a parent went through, watching my mom suffer with her
The
kidneys.
the role switch.
So that was rough to watch. And I didn't go through my grief like I should have. Like I got a PhD in psychology. I'm good. And
You're
I'm
still a
working.
human being, a
So,
son who loved his parents.
but I got through that, and I think by going through that, embracing that change, I grew so much from it. I think that's part of why I'm here with you right now.
You
And
were able to leave, when it occurred to me that you were going to leave the home you'd been in your entire life, even your childhood room he still slept in, the same bed, and leave everything he's ever known and come to Kansas City. That was a crazy change. I don't know how you dealt with that. And then you had to put up with me and Xavier.
well,
Welcome to the crazies.
I always wanted to be a husband. I wanted to be a dad, and I always said I'll move wherever my wife is, and wherever Angela is, that's home for me. So
That was a lot to give up. For some, I mean, you never even visited. My mother's like, "Are you sure you know what you're doing? Maybe you should visit first." I'm like, "I'm not driving him all the way here, all the way back, just to,
a long
you're
process.
gonna like it."
And so we've talked about these changes that we didn't choose. What are some changes you made? Maybe even expand on that you're glad you made.
Well, definitely, like I said, when I lost 40 pounds, my friend that I used to work with was a health coach. And I'm like, "I don't know what you're doing, but I'm in. I need help." So then I became a health coach as well once I figured out how to take control of my own health. And thank goodness I did. And then I'd sort of been, I'm not perfect. I might be a health coach, but I'm not the healthiest. Like, do I look like I'm in the gym? I don't know. But when we got married, I had gained half of my weight back basically. But now, like, I don't like calling myself a caregiver, but let's just be real. That's what I am,
Yeah.
certain times a day. I mean, I put the snazzy shirt on him today. Isn't that something? But really, to take care of others, you have to take care of yourself. You have to be available to show up for your family. And if you're like laying on the couch with a pint of ice cream at all times, which granted, I would like nothing more than to sit on the couch and eat snacks and watch TV most of the time, all the time. But if you take care of yourself, you can take care of others. And so I choose every day. Like I choose to get in the pool and I choose to do the weightlifting and the things that make me physically better. Maybe you're feeling sluggish and maybe you're feeling like you can't take care of your loved ones. Maybe it's time for a change. Maybe you're here today because you need a little kick in the pants and we're here to give it to you. Because nothing changes unless something changes.
Yeah.
And you can be the architect of that. Like you didn't choose to have to use a power chair and a ventilator and the whole thing. It's just something that happened to you.
But
But some of us are disabled by choice, not really realizing we can be not big boned. And I say this with total love in my heart because I was obese, I was pre-diabetic, and some things you can have control over that you think you don't.
yeah,
That was my point.
exactly. I think that's a great point. For me, I've had people come up to me and are like, "You got a disability. It's okay if you don't do stuff. Just take it easy."
Like be a slacker.
Yeah, and I could just sit around and just like not live life. Just like
Play video games,
I can't do
look out the
that.
window, feed the cats.
And I'm not gonna lie, I played a lot of video games, but I also did a whole lot of other stuff too. But at one point in my life, 2019, I just accepted that, well, I can't get a job because of my government benefits. If I make money and not enough, then I can't pay for my care because I don't have enough. But I took a ride in a van that's made for wheelchairs. I swore I'd never get or ride in a minivan. I rode this thing. I rode in the front. My
So
eyes
did
were
I.
up from tears.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've missed
Because
this.
you were in the front seat.
Yeah, I haven't sat in the front seat over like 20 years. And I'm like, I'm missing this. I'm holding myself back. I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm going to make money. I'm going to be successful. In 5 years, I'm going to have a van like this. I'm going to be speaking.
And this was when?
2019.
5 years before.
Yeah, and just with like 4.5 years later, I'm married to Angela. we're going places speaking, and I got a van like that.
And our van, he can ride in the front seat.
So
So manifesting works.
yes, and change is very powerful.
Decision works.
For me, like I think I always knew it was time to make that change, and that's what I just like. I wanted to make that change. I knew I needed to, and I'm like, okay, I'm changing. This is when it's time. It's time to change. Like I wanted to ask you when you knew it was time to change. For me, it just I wanted to, and I just
You have
did it when it came.
you have a very positive, like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. Nothing's going to stop me. Some of us are like, I'm sick and tired. I've had enough. I can't take anymore. I got to change. Like, okay, I'm in the midst of decluttering the house. Like, I can't take the clutter anymore. And my house is no worse than most, I would say. It's just, you gotta, don't put it down, put it away. I put it down, and so things are just accumulating, and we just have too much stuff, and it's overwhelmed for me. So sometimes, like you were saying, I'm missing out, I'm just gonna go for it, and you could have been at your wits end as well. But for me, when I've had enough, I'm sick of it, time to change. Maybe you get a little, maybe the stars align and you realize, maybe God tells you, maybe God whispers to you, or you have discernment or something, is the catalyst that
Yeah.
propels you forward.
And the important thing is there's that catalyst, but then you got to work.
Well, you never know what it can be, and then suddenly here I am, and like the changes you haven't planned or the changes you have, and now it's happening. Now you have to step up and be the change.
That's right. I always have had 5-year plans, 10-year plans, always in the future. Never where I was. I saw Yoda. But when
Yoda or Grogu?
Yoda, 5-year plans are great, but if you don't act, it's just a plan. I made it real.
Hello, everybody.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, or the Borg.
Resistance is futile.
Resistance to change is futile. I didn't even wear this on purpose.
Okay. And what do you do when change happens that you haven't?
When it happens to you,
Yeah, that you wouldn't have planned for.
you don't have a choice. You have to decide, do I want to wallow between now and dead, or do I want to live life? So you have to adapt. You have to be flexible. That's especially, we've learned with disability and whatnot. And you just have to take what life gives you and then make it work for you. You have no choice. Or you can sit on the couch with a pint of ice cream like I'd love to do. But luckily, if you weren't here, I might be doing that. I don't know.
And for me, you don't want those changes to happen. I certainly didn't want my parents to pass away, and but it's going to happen. But also because of my outlook, I always try to look back and see the good in things. And I know my parents love where I'm at now, and I'm I'm glad the change in myself happened. That I kind of that I'm just glad for what I learned from my parents.
I'm
And
glad for what you learned from your
when they
parents
were
as
there.
well. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah, I lived by myself for 2 years. As caregivers coming in, it's a lot better now with a wife. Let me tell you.
I do my best. When you also tried to resist change, you didn't want to put this on.
Oh yeah, there was a time in my life.
If you look at his old YouTubes before he had the breathing apparatus, talks a little differently.
Talk like this, and it was like I went back and watched.
Because you didn't want to put that on.
So yeah, as
Explain.
embarrassed of it, I did. I'm like, man, I don't want to. When I long before I needed it, I swore I will never use breathing help. I'll just die. I don't want that. I want it to be me. I was a singer. I did all these things. I was a great speaker. I had this great voice.
It's different now.
Yeah, I'm not the speaker I used to be when I was younger, although I'm probably a little more eloquent now.
So, like I said, you can choose to die or go with it and just put the thing on your head.
And yeah, for the longest time, I would wear this all day at home, but I would wear it when I went out to church. Or I'd go 3 hours and my head is just pounding, my eyes are just
Mm,
aching because I,
you weren't getting enough oxygen.
yeah, and I've lost some brain cells because of it. Sure. And then visiting my
That's
mom in the
that's
nursing home.
that's his excuse.
Yeah, we
Oxygen deprived.
had a little mishap, and I had to start using my BiPAP on the ventilator all the time. Man, but
And you had
I had somebody convince me to go like out for lunch somewhere, and I went in public. I was like, nobody looked at me. Nobody's like, "Oh, what is that?" I do like it when
little kids stare at him all the
but
time.
I like little
They
kids.
walk
Man.
and as
But
they go by, their heads turn and they keep staring, and then they're walking like this with mom and dad. And
and they're like, "What's wrong with you?"
nah, most kids just stare. And then
Yeah,
Ryan's like, "Hi."
like what's that thing on your face? Like, oh, it's like that thing Grandpa wears. Like, thanks, man.
Well, so when it's time to change, you've got to rearrange. Name the show.
Brady Bunch.
Ah, I'm so proud of
Who
you.
doesn't know that over 40?
Sometimes change is inevitable. It just comes at us and we have to decide what to do. Do the thing, not do the thing.
And we would love to hear what you have to say about some of the changes you.
What's a change you asked for? What's a change you did not ask for? And how did you deal with that?
I mean, we all want to be inspired. Inspire us.
Yeah, what helped you to decide to finally get off the fence and go and do and change? What helped you through something you didn't want the change to happen?
Yeah, it might not feel big to you, but
It could be. I
and
mean, literally, I cannot like I don't even wear earrings or like I things on my head and weight, and I don't think I could do it. I mean, obviously I probably would or could if I had to. Like you didn't think you could either, but now you wear
yeah,
this
mine was just.
thing on your head at all times.
Oh, and the best thing was I decided like it was hard to breathe with this thing. It throws you off, and I'm like, man, I wish I could sing. I can't sing. I took went to Fiverr. I found a voice coach, and I learned how to sing differently.
Singing lessons on Fiverr.
And I'm very happy. Like, so if you want a great coach, message.
So
I'll
you
send it
learn
to
how
you.
to make it work for you. Like now you have this thing you didn't want, and you learn how to do, like, you found the silver lining.
Yeah,
I'm gonna learn how to sing with it. You sing at church, all the things.
yeah.
Now you're speaking.
Like
We have speaking engagements. You're just a great
yeah,
speaker.
no Pavarotti anymore. I'm more of a Prince
Anymore.
now.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I'm a not opera. I'm more of a Frank Sinatra now.
Got it.
All right. Well, the dog's barking, so we better go.
We better go. But you know what? Change is okay. You can do it. We believe in you.
And we will see you next week.
Hurry back.